Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to another story time. Today's book is all about the jolly Christmas postman. So I'm starting to do a few stories about Christmas as we run up to Christmas Day. So this book is about a postman who visits a lot of people and animals and stories that you might already know, and some nursery rhymes, and he delivers a present to all the different people in the book. So you may recognise some of the characters in the book. So let's get started. It's called The Jolly Christmas Postman. Once upon a time, on Christmas Eve, just after it had snowed, the jolly postman came down the jolly road, and in the bag upon his back, an interesting load. So look, here's the jolly postman on his bike. He's cycling through the snow, and there's his sack full of parcels and letters. First stop, Four Bears Cottage. And on the front of the letter it says, to Baby Bear, Four Bears Cottage, the woods. A Christmas card for Baby Bear. A bear who's shy. A mummy's up a ladder. A postman with a pie. A postman on his bike again. Ta-ta, take care, bye-bye. So there's the postman giving the letter, and Baby Bear's got the letter, and Mum is upset. Let's see what the postman has given to Baby Bear. And it says Santa's Workshop. And inside it says, to Baby Bear and brother from Goldilocks and sister. So Goldilocks has sent a card to the three bears, and look, it says a happy Christmas and a Christmas joke, and we've got who's been eating my pudding, who's been eating my pudding, who's been eating my pudding, be quiet you soft bears, I haven't served it up. And there's Mummy Bear bringing the Christmas pudding. Okay, the postman goes on his way. The jolly postman cycles on. He sees three fiddlers playing. The fast eloping dish and spoon. The mighty beanstalk sways. The seven dwarfs upon the hill. The jolly snowman sleigh. So look, we've got, if you remember Jack and the Beanstalk, we've got a beanstalk there. We've got the three fiddlers. We've got the snowman on a sleigh. And we've got the seven dwarves. We've got the dish run away with the spoon. And by, second stop, he comes to Red Riding Hood's house. There's the letter. First class, Miss R. Hood, the playhouse, garden path, diddle dumpling. So that's where Red Riding Hood lives. And look, he's got for Red Riding Hood, if I open the letter, he's got Red Riding Hood a board game. So look, you need a dice to play the board game. So that's for Red Riding Hood in her letter. A jolly game, a lucky girl. But see what's written here. From Mr. Wolf, he's got nerve. A Merry Christmas, dear. The postman can't think what to say and sips his ginger beer. And he eats his pie and he waves bye-bye. So Mr. Wolf has got Little Red Riding Hood a board game. The postman gets back on his bike and rides another mile. A crooked mile, in actual fact. It takes him quite a while. He never finds the sixpence though, or comes to that stile. And besides, the crooked man has it. The next stop, the hospital. Ooh, I wonder why he's going to the hospital. Here we go. Ah, I can see why he's going. The letter is addressed to Mr. H. Dumpty, Wincy Ward, Cock Robin Memorial Hospital. And look, Humpty Dumpty, if you remember, Humpty Dumpty fell off a wall and broke his crown and broke into little pieces. So Humpty Dumpty smiles and blinks a jigsaw. And in the envelope, look, we've got a jigsaw for Humpty Dumpty to put himself back together again. So he can play with that in the hospital. A jigsaw for me? What fun, he thinks, from all the king's horses and all the king's men. How nice. Then he falls out of bed and gets cracked again twice. Never mind. In comes the Dr. Foster. In comes the nurse. In comes the lady with the alligator purse, and they mend him. So there's Dr. Foster, there's the nurse, and there's the lady with the alligator purse. The jolly postman waves bye-bye. He still has far to go. The sun has vanished from the sky. The clouds are hanging low. He feels a kiss upon his cheek. The first fresh flakes of snow, and comes number 4 to a small tin door. So look, there's the jolly postman and the tiny tin door. Who do you think's inside? The letter says, is addressed to the gingerbread boy, McVitie House, Little Tow Lane, Toy Town. And for the gingerbread boy inside his house, let's see what he's got. He's got a present, which is a little book, and it's got lots of puzzles and lots of stories in this little book. I wonder who it's from. A book in a book, says the gingerbread boy. What simply delicious surprise. But if only he knew he is one too, that really would open his eyes. Then a bucket of tea for the postman and 24 mince pies. So look, he's got tiny, tiny mince pies for the postman. Off through the snow the postman rides, with more than a meal in his insides. He shook up all of a quiver, and it's not just cold that makes him shiver. There's a letter he'd rather not deliver. Do you know who it's to? And look, there's a clue. Who's on there? It looks like Mr. Wolf. The letter says, Mr. Wolf, the den. But all's well and all's merry. The wolf's just wolfing pies and sherry and playing games in his cosy den. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? With the 3 little pigs and the little red hen. After all, it is Christmas. So look, the wolf is actually being really nice, and he's playing with the kids, the pigs and the kids, and he's playing with the little red hen. And let's see what his present is. We open it up. And look, it's how the wolf spotter's guide is how to spot the wolf. Look, it says there, easy. There's a wolf dressed as a policeman, and that's quite hard to see. And we've got the wolf hiding behind the Christmas tree. So this is all about spotting a wolf. And look, it says useful tips: avoid the woods, straw houses and the company of little pigs, stick to the path, and above all, get your grandma to visit you. So that's all about the story about the wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. So look, the wolf is playing with the postman as well. So he's been a really kind wolf today. But now it's really snowing, and the winter wind is blowing and the daylight is going. So the jolly postman, jolly cold, he's not just no way of knowing where he is. He stops beside a wall of ice. He spies a crack of light. He finds a little golden door and disappears from sight. Along a tunnel dark and cool to a workshop warm and bright. And look, it looks as if he's, can you see where he is? He's in Santa's workshop. And look, there's all the elves and they're making all of the toys. A cup of tea with Santa and Mrs. Santa too. Got any children's letters? The postman smiles. A few. Well, fancy that, says Santa. Now we've got one for you. So look, there's all the letters that Father Christmas has got from the children, asking them what they would like for Christmas. So that's what the postman has delivered. And here's a letter for our good pal, the postman. Take a peep. And if you look, if I hold this out, you can see, if you can look in there, you can see all of the different characters. There's the wolf, and who else can we see? There's the three bears and Red Riding Hood. And if you look through there, you should be able to see the wolf and the postman. And if we look further, we can see Red Riding Hood. So that is a present for the postman. A peep and show for a postman. The postman peeps inside. A postman's round completed. It's time to take a ride. For how to make the journey. The drifts are deep and wide. To avoid the snow, ho, ho, ho. And look how he gets home. There's Father Christmas, there's the reindeer, there's Rudolph in front. Father Christmas has got all the presents in the sacks to deliver, and look, he's giving the jolly postman a ride in his sleigh home. And that is the jolly Christmas postman. Now hopefully all the letters he delivered will remind you of all different stories, like we had Goldilocks and the Three Bears, we had Humpty Dumpty, we had the Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. So that is the jolly Christmas postman. Okay, that's all for me, and hopefully we will see you soon.